Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Houston Texans. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They begin with a run by Smith. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Out of the gun, Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 79 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
First down, Prince. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DJ Reader in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Second and 13. Drops it to Jones in the flat. It'll be a gain of 9, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
They keep it with Smith on first down. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll try the right side with Jones.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Push him back.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First down, Jets.
Let's go. 6 yards. Check, 47. We ain't giving up. It's free.
On first and 10, Prince. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
This is similar to baseball, where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
First down, Jets. At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now it's Smith. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On second down, here's Smith. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
What is that? 19. Check, 43. Your track. Twist. Rush in.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. Flush to his right. He finds Hopkins complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But
a moot point there as they were able to connect. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Smith. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vita Vea busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 57, Mike, 57.
3rd and long, it's Watson. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Showing it, showing it. Unicorn!
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, it's complete to Fuller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
To throw on 2nd down, Prince. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep left. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And give him a gain of 37. That's a prime example right there of his ability to buy time and it paying off.
And what impressed me most, his vision. Because oftentimes when you're maneuvering around like that, you're just trying to find someone short to get the ball to. Instead, he keeps the play alive and clear on the other side of the field. His receiver gets behind the defense. They totally lost him, and they complete a monster play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check 43.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 38.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. First carry for James Conner. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Back to throw. Prince. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
6-man. Check girls, check girls, check girls.
Now Jones. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
On 2nd down. It's Smith, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. We got 4. We got 4. At 55. At 59.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
57. Silver. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Hey, check Mike 57.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. With it is Brown. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have, as they get him behind the line.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike. What? Go.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
I'm coming.
Back to throw, Watson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
And they try to sweep to Jones. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Operating from the gun, Prince. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jones. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and those creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Off play action. Prince. Into double coverage and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Try to get the run game going. Here's Smith. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. He's got Fuller. The 30. 20. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air. because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Prince trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Valvin away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All day, dog. Whip. Watch the whip.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Prince. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And it's 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let him know.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On first down, Watson eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
57's the mic. Rock 57. Blue Dan. Hey, alert. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
From the 50, it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Mike 57.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And the catch made by Hopkins. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Watson now to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
24.
Throwing again is Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hatchet. 431. 43's the mic. You don't know no.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
31. 43's the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43. Go. I'm going to rush because I'm about to take you to school. 43's the mic. All day.
Now it's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Joe Williams, and he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall, the offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch, and that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
A good gain there on 1st down. That run will get him 7 up to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Check 3.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back to throw. Prince. Complete to Jones. There he goes left side. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 49 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Looking to throw. Prince. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
On second down, Connor looking for space. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is third and inches. Third and goal. Here's the option left. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it, and I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They'll come out in the pistol. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Watson on first down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
57's the mark. Watch 57.
Back to throw. Hopkins with a quick feet. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. Watson now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Check 41. I know he ain't got it.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Houston, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.